San Beda University, number 7, Ces Molina. Middle blocker from the National University, number 11, Jackie Acuna. Center from the Far Eastern University, number 22, Jel Cayuna. Starting libero from the University of Perpetual Help System Delta, number 14, Jake Dionela. And the head coach for Cignal is Shaq De Los Santos. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is the Akari Chargers versus the Cignal HD Spikers. This is the PVL, the heart of volleyball.
Take a look at the starters for the Akari Chargers. First time we're seeing these players all together in a team. Raagas, Makaslang, Rivera, Ravena, Marciano, Madrigal, and Michelle Cobb, their center. As we look at the Cignal HD Spikers, Doria, Villarria, Cayuna,
Regiobank is de buurtzame-bank.
Buurtzaam? Wat is dat?
We steunen buurtzame initiatieven als deze speeltuin, zodat hij in de buurt kan spelen. En met onze hypotheken helpen we dit gezin en deze ondernemer, zodat zij in de buurt kunnen blijven.
En je kunt je bankzaken natuurlijk digitaal doen.
Of je loopt even binnen bij een zelfstandig adviseur van Regiobank.
Janela, Molina, Dakis, and Acuna. So we are set to begin here for our second match of our Saturday doubleheader at the PBL 2022 Reinforced Conference. We welcome you to our coverage on One Sports Plus. Dip Dipianco, Noringo, and Alexis Tinsay, their broadcast team for this match. And first time seeing the starting lineups, a lot of guesses for the fans. Sino ba yung magsisimula for Akari? And now we see these players.
Yeah, but we expect that to change throughout the tournament because you want to find that right combination. But for Cignal, clearly there's no Ria Meneses in the lineup. Actually, in the 6, and I'm looking at the bench, I don't see her as well. So, again, remember last conference, those are the issues that were plaguing the health protocols. I see a couple of players in civilian as well.
Yeah. We can get, you see Malabanan, of course,
yes.
Grace Bombita. And si Ria Menes is right beside Grace Bombita. So we'll probably get a report later on from Alexis to know why they are sidelined right now. But a couple of new faces also. You have Joy Tacoron now with the Cignal HD Spikers. And for Akari, they're down by 2 points here. Behind Cignal HD Spikers. Nangunguna dito, ladies in white. Rivera, we've talked about her at the top of the coverage, the most experienced of all reinforcements.
Oh, good rally you're having.
She goes up. Janela with a nice dig. Here's Villarria. Gets the point via that running attack.
Yeah, she had to chase that ball, but not a problem. She gets the point. Whatever works. But what about Jack Janela with her digs? You know, we can see defense of both teams working well.
3 points for Cignal, still 0 for the Akari Chargers, as Jel Cayuna will now serve for Cignal.
You know, one thing for Cignal and for the fans, you know that there are always manpower issues, but they're so used to it because last conference, but they played with what they had and nothing new.
And Akari gets their first point via that service error. It's 1 serving 3 right now in favor of Cignal. Ezra Madrigal got the starting nod from Coach Jorge De Brito. And she gets an ace early on in this game.
Early miscue there between, actually uncharacteristic, between Janela and Dakis, who've been playing together for so long.
Right. Ezra Madrigal, of course, played for the FEU Lady Tamaraos back in college. Turned professional. Was signed by Akari this year. And already had her first point.
Another good serve.
Cayuna upset to Molina. Rivera. Raagas will send that over easily. They go back set to Villarria. And it's going to be a net touch on an Akari Charger as we have a chance to send this to Alexis Tinsay for this report. Alexis?
PVL Open Conference best setter Jel Cayuna actually had experience under their opponent, Akari coach Jorge Suze de Brito, and she got to discuss with me the difference in coaching styles between Coach Shaq de los Santos and the Akari coach during her national team stint. Under Coach Jorge, he was very particular with their playing forms, be it serving or receiving. Talagang stricto when it comes to the technicalities of playing. Meanwhile, Coach Shaq is a free-flowing coach, not hindering the structure of their play as long as it ends in point contribution. It's all about the end game, which is a characteristic that Jen loves, as she's liberated to be creative in her gameplays. More volleyball action this set 1 with this rally.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. Cignal gets the point, but going back to what she said to us, itong report about Jel Cayuna, freedom para kay Cayuna to, distribute the ball. Coach Shaq allowing her to be creative with the passes.
Well, that's why she became so good. When she joined Cignal, she turned into a premier player, premier setter, because she has the freedom to make her own decisions.
No whistle yet, I believe, on that service para kay Doria. But while Alexis was reporting a while ago, Prisilla Rivera debuting her spike here in the Philippines.
Yes.
And you saw the power of what we will be seeing in the next games of Akari.
And stamping that ball on Philippine soil on this Staraflex.
All the way from Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Cobb sets up Praagas. Violation for Cignal.
Yeah, Acuna goes into the net, so a couple of net errors by both teams here. Goes to show, how eager they are to get that block.
4 serving, 5 reinforcement. Prisilla Rivera serving. Oh, Janela hesitated. She thought Cess was also going to get it.
Again, a couple of uncharacteristic miscues between Janela and this time you said Molina.
But these players have been together for quite a while now, talking about Cignal.
Yeah.
Jel upset to Cess. Cobb got a touch, but wasn't able to put it up.
I'm looking at the side of Akari. You can see how motherly Prisilla is to them. Every time, there's an effort, she goes and talks to the players. So that's a great trait you want from a foreign reinforcement.
Right, and at 37 years old, of course, she's a veteran in this team and is tasked to lead the young Akari squad.
She fits perfectly into. When you think about it, we're going to watch them throughout this conference, but when you think about it on paper, she's just the perfect fit.
Right. Molina upset to the captain, Dakis. Cobb sends it to Marciano on the other side. Here comes Rad. Makaslang to Raagas. Another net violation. This time from Rachel Ann Dakis.
And Dakis looking at the second referee and just giving a grin.
Rich Makaslang serving for Akari, who has the lead in this opening set, 7-6. Free ball given up by Biaria. And a point for Erika Raagas. As we reach the first technical timeout, it is Akari up by 2 points, 8-6. Back inside the Santa Rosa Sports Complex in Laguna for the second game of PVL Reinforced Conference opening game day. And a while ago, we had a 5-set thriller PLDT winning over the Army Lady Troopers. This time we have Akari versus Cignal. The Chargers leading the way, leading by 2.
Yeah, they're looking good here in the first set.
Dakis is blocked, and it's a point for Akari.
Good read at the net. That's one thing we're gonna see throughout the tournament, what their strengths are. Blocking seems to be one of them.
Kumbaga, ito yung getting to know stage with the Akari Chargers. Gonna get to know their strengths along with their weaknesses siguro.
Yeah.
And kumbaga scouting report lalabas na after ng larong ito. But they've had a couple of preseason games as well. No? Some of these teams have played together, or against each other rather. Still alive. Dakis. Cobb. Back row attack from Rivera. That is out though.
You like the way she went up the swing for that because it was a low set, but when she saw it, okay, I'm gonna go for it.
And you can feel and hear that the crowd is waiting for Prisilla Rivera every chance she could get.
The oohs and ahs. You're gonna hear a lot of that from us too.
Dakis serving 7-9. Cobb back sets to Raagas.
Oh.
What a powerful spike from Raagas.
Well, we've seen a lot of players who actually got better after their collegiate stint. You know, we saw a lot of those players, and you're hoping Raagas is going to be one of them.
Yeah.
One of those names that we will be mentioning very often.
Right, from the same school, you know, Jules Samonte also played for Ateneo, and then eventually when she joined itong PLDT, tumaas yung quality of play ni Jules Samonte and upward trajectory. Although, a while ago we didn't see a lot of her kasi same position sila ni no reinforcement nila, si Elena.
Yeah. Well, good start from Akari, we have to say. They're keeping in step with Cignal. Actually, they have a 2-point lead.
Jackie Acuna is the woman tasked to take over Ria Menezes' starting position. Marciano off the block, get a point.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, Marciano and Molina were teammates before. If I'm not mistaken, in their college days
Back
as
in
well.
San Beda.
San Beda,
Yeah.
correct. And, you know, early on, I remember in some tournaments years back, they were already both very impressive.
Doria. That is out though.
Yeah, they're signaling a check ball, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like a clean error there. Take a look at this. Yeah. Good no call by the ref.
12 serving 8. Marciano with a jump serve. Pieria gets the point.
It's one thing we want to see. And more of a area.
3 points behind are the Cignal HG Spikers. Jill Cayuna is back at the service line. I was gonna ask Norino, syempre this is a new team in the Akari Chargers. You would think na because a lot of young players, you know how they would play, pero yun na nga because bago sila, yung Cignal kakapain pa also how to play against this team.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all teams for that matter, because you don't know how they gel together. Again, you don't know their strengths. You know it individually, but you also have one great coach.
Regiobank is de buurtzame bank.
Buurtzaam? Wat is dat?
We steunen buurtzame initiatieven als deze speeltuin, zodat hij in de buurt kan spelen. En met onze hypotheken helpen we dit gezin en deze ondernemer, zodat zij in de buurt kunnen blijven.
En je kunt je bankzaken natuurlijk digitaal doen.
Of je loopt even binnen bij een zelfstandig adviseur van Regiobank.
Right, calling the shots for them that has international experience. So it's going to be a different team altogether.
Cobb upset, and that's a point para kay Ezra Madrigal.
You like what you see from Ezra Madrigal. I mean, for the Akari fans, this girl's gonna win a lot of hearts here.
Yeah.
hardworking.
And she brings in the height also that Akari needs.
And you said she hailed from FEU?
Yeah. Did a couple of years for the Lady Tamaraos. Cayuna sets up tie. That's a point for Bieria.
Yeah, making do with that set, powering it through the blockers there.
From New Orleans in the United States.
New Orleans.
Helping out the Cignal HE Spikers. That is denied. So the reaction, I like that reaction from Prisilla. Yung na-block siya ng Cignal. Parang, okay. Sabi niya. I know what to do next time around.
Exactly, and you know, she's been, you mentioned more than 10 countries. She's been around.
Yeah.
So blocking, if you block her, nothing new. So it's just, you're right. I'm gonna know what to do next.
And classic Michelle Cobb can get up there. You know that. Not the tallest of centers, but she can jump.
Yeah, and what's really impressed a lot of fans as well is, you know, her fighting spirit.
Yeah.
Just so much determination. In her.
A lot of news about Michelle Cobb, of course. When she left LaSalle in F2, we thought that she wouldn't see her again on the court, but you mentioned the fighting spirit, and mukhang may calling nito si Michelle Cobb, sabi niya eh. Diba? When she got asked to play, no-brainer para sa kanya.
Well, if you've got talent and you're given an opportunity, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Mitch Cobb already with 3 excellent sets. 3-point lead for them. May regalo para kay Prisilla Rivera.
You hear the crowd? Ooh!
4-point lead for the Akari Chargers. As we reach the second technical timeout, nasimulan niya na magandang serve ni Michelle Cobb, over-received, and then the finish for Rivera as we reach this break. Back inside the Santa Rosa Sports Complex in Laguna, down south. And the crowd is present here to witness the opening day of the PBL 2022 Reinforced Conference. You're watching us live on One Sports Plus. 4-point lead for Akari. Doria. Landicho was there para sa Chargers. This is going to be a free ball given up.
Yeah, good save though.
Cobb sends it to Rivera. Cayuna ups it. One more try. This time goes opposite. Molina naman.
Still alive.
It's a long rally we have so far. Raagas tried to be smart there, but Cignal getting the point.
Yeah, that's it. Was too near the net. It was actually, the path was going towards the net, so Raagas tried to keep it in play, but clipped the net.
Roslyn Doria now serving for Cignal. Got the Best Middle Blocker Award back in the Open Conference this year. Pero yung partner in crime niya nga is sidelined right now na si Ria Meneses. Molina gets it to drop.
Well, Molina's got to get her numbers here. They're 2 points behind. But you know, for Akari, you like that they're challenging a team like Cignal.
Yeah.
You know, very veteran squad, a very young squad. Akari, you're ahead by 2 points.
Doria back at the service line. Ravenna chases. Chance ball given up by Ragas. Gel wants to give it to Acuna. Denied though. Ses. Ravenna to Rivera.
Good stop.
Molina will get the point.
Well, they need that from her, but you got to give it to Dakis for getting a hand on Rivera's hit.
3 straight points for the Cignal HG Spikers after that technical timeout, which is why Coach Jorge De Brito will call for time.
Also has the same, you can shoot, receive it's okay. Transition, get ready to use because they are closed, but they are ready coming to the opens right now. So we get ready to spike. Really strong, okay? Okay, let's go.
Timeout called by the Akari Chargers. We mentioned they were up by 4 points. And it's Cignal answering back with 3 straight to climb back in this game.
Yep, Cignal leaning on Ces Molina here for this charge. Just one behind. Good serve.
Cobb. Rivera sends it easily.
Ooh.
Miscue there between Cayuna and her attackers. Block sails out for Acuna.
Ragas hitting it off the blocker. You know, you're like what you see from Erica Ragas here.
Yeah.
Right?
We mentioned yung quality of play, no, when you go into the pros, all of a sudden you bring out your A game.
Yeah.
And more chances also for her, no? Kasi, of course, in the college ranks, you go for your teamwork, mga go-tos ka na. But here, a chance to have a spotlight in the Akari team.
Yeah, and when you talk about fitness, really, coming off college, you know that she's one of the in better shape. Talking about fitness level.
Can really jump high also.
Yeah.
Oh, good play for Grish Makaslang.
You know, Makaslang, if you're a fan of Makaslang, you followed her career. She actually, when she was introduced to the volleyball world, she had so much potential, but when she was in college, you didn't see a lot of her. So it's good for her and her confidence that she's now playing here in the PBL.
In Adamson, she played for the soaring Lady Falcons. And only late na rin siya nag-start. She only started playing in senior high school. But definitely something to bring to this Akari team. Timeout called by Coach Shaq de los Santos.
One good pass muna ulit tayo, okay? One good pass, one good play. Bigay ka ng 5 ha. Maximize mo yung mga attackers mo kahit nasa back row. Okay? Sige, one good pass muna. Sige, separate mo ulit, tapos gitna yung ano.
Let's go, Cignal!
Ready for the fight. Okay?
See this last play once again. Perfect timing from Ezra Madrigal.
Yeah, and that's a perfect example of knowing your opponents. You know Jel Cayuna. Jel Cayuna has the tendency of attacking your second ball, and they just read it perfectly.
You heard the last second instruction of Coach Shaq de los Santos to the reinforcement, ready for the pipe attack. So let's see if may bigay nila doon kay Bieria. Oh, they send it to Dakis instead. And why not? Brad finds the spot.
And Coach De Brito is livid there. He didn't like the fact that, you know, there was hesitation. He just looked at it. Oh, he's an animated coach. I mean, first time for me to actually see him.
Yeah, and discussing with his assistant coaches also. Babawi sa kabila, si Ezra Madrigal, who is turning heads here in the opening set.
I totally agree.
First set of subs coming in para sa Akari. Jaja Maraginot entering the game alongside Kyra Baroga. Uupo muna si Michelle Cobb and Erica Raagas.
Also, this is a double substitution that we will look forward to. You know, the usual double substitution.
Yeah. But they're in a good spot right now, up by 3 points. Ooh, service is short para kay Jaja Maraginot.
Well, it's her first game in the Pro League, so we will be more lenient.
Recently saw her sa season 84 ng UAAP Volleyball. 18 serving 20. Oh, Kayuna had to chase that one. Jaja opens up to Baroga. Oh, and that's a point.
Well, now you know why they made the substitution. Baroga is another option.
Number of players also coming from Palipure, no, nung naglaro sila back in the 2022 Open Conference. Now joining itong Akari. You have Janine Marciano, Kyra Baroga, Jen Kasugod also at the bench.
Well, it is hard actually when you look at it. It's hard to form a team because a lot of players have been signed already. So you're just happy for Akari. They're able to, you know, get people like Marciano.
Yeah.
And Jen Kasugod, like you said.
Yep. Look at Cignal just down by 2 points. Kayuna.
Oh.
Service is too strong for Jel Kayuna.
Well, we all know Jel Kayuna is such a great server. We saw it when they beat Creamline, remember? In the preliminaries, it was because of her serve. But it's so far here, Cignal.
Please don't go.
Es tiempo de hacer cambios pequeñines. Por eso la tela de las toallitas, menos pequeñín, cambio, ahora es libre de plástico, con fibras de origen natural, biodegradables. Libertad es cuidar al planeta. Siempre me cuidas a mí.
Kind of slow, no? Not the typical that we're used to, but again, because of a lot of players not catching or not seeing action.
Joanna Maraginot also entering the game for the first time.
How precious is it to see sisters playing in the same team? It's like Jaja and Dindin.
Yeah.
Then you have Maraginot and Maraginot.
And this is something that we were robbed of no season 82
Yeah.
ng UAAP, of course, got cancelled. But now they're playing together in Akari. Timeout first, though, by Coach Shaq De Los Santos.
Let's go. Awesome.
Few words from Coach Shaq De Los Santos, but you heard the captain, Rachel Andakis, urging her teammates to keep on pushing in this first set.
Obviously, they know they're better than what they're playing right now.
Down 4 points. Kayuna upset to Bieria.
Oh, good save.
Jel upset. Tai sends that out.
Well, we haven't really seen what Beria can do here in the first set.
Akari is now on the verge of winning their first set in the Premier Volleyball League. You can definitely hear Coach Jorge De Brito giving instructions, but Cis Molina had other plans in mind.
Well, if you can get a good pass, talking about Cignal, then you can activate your middles, which is very important, we always mention.
Look at that. Powerful spike mula kay Ces Molina. Maraginot to Rivera for the finish as the Akari Chargers will gladly take set number 1, their first set win in the Premier Volleyball League. Welcome to the PVL, the Akari Chargers. And in just a bit, as we take a look at what happened in that previous play, the reinforcement doing the work, and they are now up 1-0 here in this match. We'll be back with set number 2 here on One Sports Plus. Back inside the Santa Rosa Sports Complex in Laguna for the continuing coverage of the PVL 2022 Reinforced Conference here on One Sports Plus on Cignal TV as we take a look at what happened in set number 1. The highlights, new team, newcomer here, but already getting their first set win here in the PVL.
Yeah, you like really how they gel together as a new team and their reinforcement in Rivera. Obviously being very, what do you call that, motherly, very caring and trying to encourage. You can see that like in front of you in your screen. That's why it's rubbing off in all the other players really. Let's just look at some numbers here. Pretty impressive. They led in terms of attacks and blocks and aces as well. And look at that, for a new team, for a young team, just 4 errors. And Cignal actually had more, which is supposedly not normal because you are the more mature team. So that's what you want to check and correct here in the second set.
Well, the youngsters of Akari and their reinforcement, Prisilla Rivera, getting the better of that opening set, winning 25-20. You mentioned able to limit their errors. As we are set to begin the second set on One Sports Plus. Dip Dipianco, Naringo, and Alexis Tensay, your broadcast team for this match.
You know what's also important to note is the impact of one good hit can do. When Rivera was able to get her first point off that clean hit, immediately around the stadium, she won a lot of fans. Everyone would continuously anticipate her, the oohs and the ahs. So, you know, she's already won a lot of fans.
And I'm sure they already knew at the moment it was announced she would be the reinforcement para sa Akari Chargers, diba? Excited na lahat para mapanood si Prisilla Rivera. Service ace for Jel Cayuna. Signal off to a good start here in the second set.
Well, they need to start strong and try to get Beria really into the game. Okay, let's make it clear. It's tie.
Oh, we will hear later from Alexis yung pinakatamang...
Okay. Let's wait for that.
Yung mga variations tayo so far pero makuha rin natin yan. Dakis. Cayuna goes quick to Doria. That's something they've quite mastered already, since these two started playing together.
Well, Rivera and the rest of Akari asking for a lifting violation there. Could have had a point. Maybe stayed in Doria's hand for split second too long, but call stays. Poetic justice.
And first point for the Akari Chargers here in set number 2. Or in basketball, they would say ball don't lie, diba?
Yeah, ball don't lie.
Michelle Cobb at the service line.
She's been actually serving pretty well.
And unable to get to that ball was Prisilla Rivera. And 3 points ulit ang kalamangan ng Cignal HG Spikers.
And you like here in the second set, the flow of the offense of Cignal a lot smoother, no? A lot similar to what, how they've been playing in the past conferences.
Cobb. A good thing that went over. Tried to go to Makaslang. This time goes to Prisilla. Finds that spot at the corner.
You see the way she went up for that? She didn't have to backpedal to get a perfect approach, a perfect jump. She just went up, swung away.
You can hear the cheers from the crowd
Yeah.
as she serves, although that is short for the reinforcement. Very animated also, no? Pareho sila ni Coach Jorge and Prisilla.
Yeah.
Not shy to show their emotions on what happens in each point.
That's a match made in heaven.
Doria with the serve. Rivera upset Marciano. Gel to Molina. Cobb opens it to Marciano with a nice drop ball.
Just so smart. Just finding that hole in the opponent's defense. Just putting it behind the blockers. And mind you, Maristel Layug is in for Cignal.
Maris Layug now in the game for the HG Spikers. Akari sticking with their starting unit here in the second set.
Good dig.
Ragas sent back. She goes up again, Erica. Takis, the tip. That is wide.
I kind of rolled away from her fingers. The right thing in mind, but well, Akari is right back here in the second set, just one behind.
Right. Captain taking accountability. Akin.
Yeah.
My bad, coach. Rich Makaslang now serving 4-5.
Good serve.
Molina. Here's Raagas now. Oh, that's just a bit long para kay Erica Raagas. And a chance for us to send it to Alexis Tinsay for this report. Alexis.
As we all witness Akari's dominating entry earlier, the secret to the victory of set 1, according to their team managers, Coach Jorge's determination to correct the basic fundamentals of volleyball of these young players. And just like a Blue Eagle soaring into new heights, Erica Raagas decided to forego her collegiate career in Ateneo even after aiding them to a bronze medal because, as we say, PVL is the real deal. And just like Trisha Genesis, who also left her collegiate career in Adamson University, to them, PVL is the path to securing their dreams and futures as athletes. Let's go back to set 2.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. A couple of players from Akari foregoing their final playing years in the UAAP, like Erica Raagas, so surely ready also to take on the next level.
Yeah. Well, of course, if an opportunity is presented to you, it's really hard to decide, right? I'm sure, I would always suggest finish your collegiate career because that's the prime of a woman's career. But then now we have PBL, so really it's hard to make that decision. But obviously they've made it.
Yeah. Good serve para kay Kapitana Rachel Ann Dakis. We reached the first technical timeout. Cignal up by 3 points. We'll be back here on One Sports Plus.
Regiobank is de buurtzame bank.
Buurtzaam? Wat is dat?
We steunen buurtzame initiatieven als deze speeltuin, zodat hij in de buurt kan spelen. En met onze hypotheken helpen we dit gezin en deze ondernemer, zodat zij in de buurt kunnen blijven.
En je kunt je bankzaken natuurlijk digitaal doen.
Of je loopt even binnen bij een zelfstandig adviseur van Regiobank.
You're still with us on One Sports Plus inside the Santa Rosa Sports Complex in Laguna. Cignal with a good start here in set number 2.
Yeah,
3-point lead here against the Akari Chargers.
Yeah, better set obviously for Cignal. You kind of sense that, you know, they're trying to feel their way in this match.
Oh, and that's a point for Tai Villarreal.
We're still waiting for a really powerful hit, the oohs and ahs.
Had one a while ago sa back row, no?
She
Had
did.
a chance.
But we want something like Rivera's.
Oo. Sooner or later, we'll get that from Tai Villarreal. Violation. Net touch called on Cignal.
Yeah, they call it Angelica Yuna going into the net.
Janine Marciano heads to the service line. They're down by 4 points here in set number 2.
Good serve.
Good tip, but Rivera was there. Marciano again. Gel, upset, pipe attack is short para kay Rachel Andakis.
No, they rarely go to that. I mean, at least in this match, it's something that they, you know, even if it's an error, it's something that they should. Look at the front line of Akari. Actually, aside from Cobb, you have two tall players.
Yeah.
You know, a wall there.
Blocked there by Akari. Molina was not in position to get that set. And Rivera gets it to drop. Oh.
Yeah.
But net touch din naman ang tinawag.
Oh, but then she had a mini stare down after that.
I couldn't see it from my angle, but take a look at this once again. Chargers just down by 1 point.
Ooh.
That's inside for Janine Marciano.
No, we are tied. You know, you can sense Akari means business here. They're gonna say, forget we're new.
Right. Well, Janine Marciano has actually also played for the Cignal HE Spikers back then. So some of these players naging teammates din niya.
Yeah, been around.
Nabawi lang yung ace niya, no? With that error.
50%.
Maris Layog serving for Cignal. And I remember that iconic moment of Maris Layog last conference when she came from her graduation.
Yeah.
At humabol pa siya sa laro, no? Just to play for the undermanned Cignal team against PLDT. Cobb back sets it. And Madrigal has been efficient in this game.
Can't say enough about this kid. I honestly don't even remember her from college.
Yeah. Played only a couple of years. I think nung last season, hindi rin siya nakasama sa final lineup.
But then, she is making a name for herself here.
Right. And that's a service ace for, guess what, the 22-year-old.
Yeah.
She's only 22.
Wow. On cue. That's what we like about some of these players. So you say nice things about them, they score.
Yeah. Although feel ko mas mataas pa rin yung percentage na.
naman. I know. Oh.
Doria. Picked up by Marciano. Ooh! I saw it coming. They were looking at Rivera, but she wasn't really approaching towards the ball.
Yeah. Well, the reason for that is Marciano and Madrigal, they were moving. So, you know, when your teammates are moving,
You would assume, no, na parang sila yung kukuha.
I mean, why add to motion, to the movements?
All squared up at 11. But an ace by Jel Cayuna. This time Rivera says it's on her for not picking that up. Our second referee thought that Coach Jorge was calling for time, but Coach De Brito says it's not a timeout. I'm just showing them.
The errors.
Oh.
We heard that. We understood that.
So ang timeout, dapat nakati ka talaga. Ganun yun. O sa mga lessons taught to us by Coach Jorge on the hand signals. But Makaslang sends that out and Cignal back with a 2-point lead.
Well, it's still manageable if you're Akari. That's just a 2-point lead. Oh, it's a great serve.
Cobb upset to Rivera. And down it goes for Prisilla Rivera.
Yeah, not the most powerful of hits, but still as effective. Going cross-court, going for that deep angle.
Hindi niya kailangan ng malaking buwelo, no? Just needs that perfect set.
And when you see her approach, really, it's the swing.
Yeah.
The follow-through that's really quick.
Cayuna gives it to Beria. And the quick works para kay Roslyn Doria.
Well, they have been successful. Then maybe they should go to that more. Use that to their advantage.
Oh, they need that first ball. 14 serving 12. Almost an ace.
Yeah.
But it's back with Cignal. Chance to attack. Molina. Straight to Cobb. Ravena upset to Rivera. Yes, that drops. And a big hug from Danny Ravena.
Yeah, because that went through somebody's head.
Much closer set number 2. A while ago, Akari was slightly getting that comfortable lead in the opening set, no? This time they pick up the attack of Doria. From the back row, Cobb with a nice dig. Landicho sends it over. Doria again, this time it works.
That was a great job by Jel Cayuna to acknowledge the fact that Doria has been playing well here in the second set. So, yeah, go to her more.
Roslyn Doria out of National University as well. Serving here.
Good pass.
Cobb opens up to Marciano. Back row attack. Oh, what a play.
What a form. Look at her form.
That's Ty Bieria. Sending us to the second technical timeout. We'll be back here on One Sports Plus. Still with us on One Sports Plus for the continuing coverage of the PBL 2022 Reinforced Conference. This was the last play. Cayuna going to tie at the back row.
Yeah, and Ty is actually telling the entire Philippine volleyball fans that this is part of my arsenal. You gotta check that.
Putting a stamp as well, now, this time from the United States.
Yeah.
Dakis with the approach. That's outside for the captain.
Yeah, that actually clipped the net before dribbling out.
Kirch Makaslang will now serve back in the game with Ezra Madrigal. Down by 2 points are the Chargers.
Oh, great
Good
serve.
Molina. Cobb. Upset. Raagas. Chows at the net. Oh, violation for Madrigal.
Oh, I didn't see that actually.
Felt like there was no contact. Sometimes it's the adrenaline, but we're also not sure. Let's take a look at this again. Possibly the slightest of touches. Medyo mahirap do sa slow-mo na yun.
Yeah. Again, plus the net didn't move.
Yeah. Raagas takes it back. And look who's making her debut for the Akari Chargers. Laika Ebon from the FEU Lady Tamaraos with a shortened season in season 84, now playing for Akari.
Bit of story behind that, but you know, I mean, past is past. You're here, you're playing for Akari, that's what's important, especially to her fans and to her family.
The lefty spiker, let's see what she can contribute to this team. Dakis sends it over. Ooh. Madrigal unable to get that good first ball from a free ball.
Yeah, so great job by Layug to actually get all over that. That's a free gift from Akari.
Timeout by the Akari Chargers as we listen into their huddle.
It's better you. Control tempo here. Okay, let's back, nice serves. Now the time is side out and many touch on the block, make points. You need points now, okay? Look, 4, okay? 4. Don't get late. Don't get late.
Timeout called by Coach Jorge De Brito. They're down by 3 points here. A lot of voices we heard there, but urging the Chargers not to be late in terms of getting to the ball, sabi ni Coach Jorge.
They're actually just trying to break the rhythm of Cignal here in the second set.
Maraguinot was there for the pickup. Ravenna goes to Ebon for her first attempt as a Charger.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kept alive by the Chargers.
Great defense.
Ravenna was there. Another one. Danny upset Rivera. Easy over. Gel. Ruberia. Everyone diving for that ball. But it goes to the way of Cignal.
Yeah, we like the effort though of Akari. Rivera complaining. I'm looking at her now. Right now, I think there is a collision.
That was a synchronized dive between Maraguinot and Rivera. Looks like she's okay.
Yeah, but she's still holding on to it though.
Maraginot goes to Ebon once again. Dakis for the pickup. Reject. Tried to go for that second ball.
Wind sprint.
Gulat si Kayune eh. May patakbo papunta sa bola.
From the back to the net. That's dedication for you.
16 serving 19. Short on the service is Janine Marciano.
You don't want to see that when you're chasing.
Cignal holding on to this lead. Okay lang sila at this point to just keep exchanging,
Yeah.
diba?
Like you play side out.
Yeah.
Ooh, great serve.
Maraginot sends it to Rivera. And just reminds everyone that she's still an option. She's ready to spike.
I'm not sure. I think she already reacted on her way down.
Look at that.
All business.
Kyra Baroga checks back in to serve para sa Akari.
Good serve, good pass.
Doria, her attack does not go over. And back-to-back points for the Chargers. Cuts the lead down to 2 points.
That's a key stop. That's smart of Rivera because, again, knowing your opponent, seeing Doria.
Timeout called by the Cignal HE Spikers as we listen into the huddle of Coach Shaq.
Okay? Okay? Pero pagka nakita mo nandito, yan okay lang. Sige, sige, bawi lang, bawi lang. Bawi lang. One good pass mo na, one good pass ha.
Cignal!
Awesome!
Coach Shaq de los Santos asking for just one good receive. As Kyra Baroga continues to serve for the Chargers. They've scored back-to-back points before this timeout.
Oh, they need a good serve. Like that one.
Tai goes up. Maraginot asks for space. Gel sends it to Bieria. Kept alive by Akari. Rivera changes her attack. This time goes slower, but then nakuha niya yung puntos na yun.
She really obviously targeted Jel Cayuna there, saw her hands, the shorter blocker, and just brushed it off. Look at that. Well, actually, it hit Doria's hand.
Yeah, I think that's the first time she changed it up, no? Kanina, puro powerful spikes. Cayuna upset, rejected by Makaslang, and she is pumped.
She is, and why not? We are tied at 20. That's a huge stop for Makaslang.
4 straight points now for the Akari Chargers. And timeout is called once again by Cignal.
Makro ka din sa kabila, ha? Sige. Pag may receive, ha? Pag wala, dulo-dulo lang, tapos receive ako. Ha? Sige, sige lang, sige lang. Tapos pag maganda, maximize, sige. Iangat mo lang yung bola sa kanya, kaya naman umatake, ha? Okay, okay, sige. Okay naman yung receive natin, okay yung receive, walang problema, ha?
4 straight points for Akari to climb back in this game. Coach Shaq was pointing out na okay naman yung receive nila eh. So saan nagkakaproblema itong HD Spikers?
Oh, we have to give it to Akari. They've been chasing the balls, one good block. So they really want to, he specified, go to Doria.
Yeah.
He pointed to Doria because she, you know, she has been successful. And why not?
Although not the best first ball there.
Yeah.
Chance for Akari to take the lead. Ebon, joust at the net. It's kept alive. Chance for the HG Spikers. Biaria approaches. And down it goes.
Boy, the quickness of her hit, really. She is so athletic.
Serving 20, HG Spikers up by a point. We know she's looking for that rhythm, no?
Yeah.
So far, hindi pa siya masyadong nakukuha ng mga puntos for Cignal.
And yet they're ahead by 1. So, I mean, they're looking good.
Jaja to Laika. That hit the antenna. Or it didn't go over, so
Yeah.
point para sa Cignal.
Untimely error there because actually we were tied at 20 and now it's another 2-point game.
Yeah. Chance of let's go Cignal from the crowd and their bench. Rivera. The area on the other end. Ebon got a touch. They swing it to the other side. Oh, but a block.
They're showing us that they can defend. Talking about Akari.
And this is the time that Coach Jorge sends in his starters. Michelle Cobb and Erica Raagas. You like the emotions talaga of Prisilla Rivera.
Yeah, that was her actually with that block.
Serving 22. Michelle Cobb. So you have a full front line para sa Akari. Doria. That is wide. We saw the numbers, no? Lamang yung Akari in terms of block points against Cignal, whose, identity is somewhat, alam mong magaling sila sa blocking.
Yeah.
Akari challenging them in that category.
Again, it is getting to know you with the Akari team.
Tied ball game. And it's a point for Cignal.
Well, you can see the potential of Ty here.
She's also one of the younger reinforcements at 25 years of age. Two points away from tying this game up in terms of sets. But Raagas ties the game up here in set number 2.
Learning from Rivera. She did that earlier. Okay, I'm going to get the page off your book.
That was actually Prisilla setting it up.
Yeah.
Cayuna goes to Dakis. Janela upset from the back row. Nothing there. Cobb.
Oh, too near.
And nothing Marciano could do. Cignal now at set point.
Yeah, I know. Look at Coach Jorge. He was so mad. He wanted Marciano to do something about it.
Well, she just let it go. So that's a point for Cignal. 24 serving 23. Roslyn Doria tasked to serve for the HG Spikers.
Yeah, but they have full front row right now.
Cobb goes back row. That doesn't go over, which means Cignal will take set number 2, 25-23 against the Akari Chargers. And we are all squared up as we take a look at that last sequence.
Yeah, and look at the reaction after. Talks really about the personality of Rivera. So frustrated, so mad at herself. Look at that.
And they have a chance still to get back up in set number 3, but for now, we are tied at 1 set apiece in this matchup. We'll be back here on One Sports Plus.
Regiobank is de buurtzame bank.
Buurtzaam? Wat is dat?
We steunen buurtzame initiatieven als deze speeltuin, zodat hij in de buurt kan spelen. En met onze hypotheken helpen we dit gezin en deze ondernemer, zodat zij in de buurt kunnen blijven.
En je kunt je bankzaken natuurlijk digitaal doen.
Of je loopt even binnen bij een zelfstandig adviseur van Regiobank.
Back to the action here in Santa Rosa. This is a Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference, and what a treat we're having. Today's first game went the distance, all 5 sets. It's a 5-setter, all 5 sets. And now Akari and Cignal, we are tied at 1 set apiece, and of course the fans hoping for another 5-setter. What do you think, Dip? Are we looking at another 5-setter here?
Well, based on how the game's going, it's still a tight one. Looks like they're evenly matched, but we'll find out in the next sets. Now, Cignal doing things right in set number 2. But of course, nakapag-adjust na sila against Akari after the first set.
Yeah, I agree. It's more of they have adjusted, and we were also introduced to their import more in the second set. We're talking about Thai Iberia. And look at the numbers in terms of attacks, 13-12, still in favor of Akari. Blocks went their way, aces, Cignal, but it's an error of Akari that actually spelled their doom there in that second set, 9-6. But a better set we can see from Cignal, and what I'm noticing, looking at the different sixes that Coach Shaq's putting, is really just finding a good 6, giving all the players an opportunity to play and get the feel of the Reinforced Conference.
Right. And we are set to begin the third set. Doon lumabas yung errors na wala ng first set. Lumabas for Akari in set number 2.
And we will see that for a new team, a very young team. There's this tendency to commit errors.
Yeah.
But one thing, because they're still new, you give it to them, but they will learn throughout the conference.
Right, it's a normal part of the process for this Akari Chargers squad as we welcome you to set number 3 on One Sports Plus. Dip Dipianco, Noringo, and Alexis Tinsay, your broadcast team for this match. We continue on. Trisha Genesis is in the game for the first time. A lot of fans of hers, of course, looking forward to her debut as well.
For sure. When she was in Adamson, she had so many fans.
And if you saw the feature at the top of the coverage, nakakatuwa talaga yung mga sinasabi. Gusto daw niya ipatikim ng mga Filipino food. Ito si Prisilla Rivera.
Yeah, I saw that.
Pwede tayong jumoin sa food trip na next time. Rich Makaslang sends that wide. And we're tied up at one apiece.
But you know what I like about Thai Iberia is really, she started out slow, obviously, in the first set, trying to find her rhythm. In the second set, when it was crucial, that was when she was delivering. So you know that she is a go-to player. That's why she's here.
For sure, Jel Cayuna will keep on going to their reinforcement. Erika Raagas serving 2-1.
Good serve.
Cayuna back sets to Araneta. Also in the game for the first time. Olandicho with a save. Cayuna goes quick to Doria. Recognizing that there's a hole on that left side or the middle part.
That was so that's Troncoso, right?
Yeah, Chai Troncoso also in the game.
Yeah.
So bumabalasa na yung parehong coaches. They're probably sensing that this is gonna be a long game. We need fresher legs.
Yeah. Well, we have to mention they started also in a couple of games in the previous conference.
Yeah, they're making Priscilla Rivera work hard at the back row. Recognizing that they have that advantage when she's at the back, siguro.
She is 37.
Yeah.
37 years of age.
3-2 here. Cobb sets up Genesis for her first point. Welcome to the Akari Chargers as we get this report mula kay Alexis Tinsay.
Just to inform the panel, Riri Meneses is currently sitting the game out today due to her resting her knees due to muscular fatigue. And also, they're training Maris Layog and Joy Dacoron, ex-Cherry Tigo members, to further their strengthening connection. And moving on to the Cignal reinforcement, Ty Biaria wants to give a shout out to the Filipino fans on how awesome her experience here is as a first-timer in the Philippines. And I asked Ty how different our volleyball system is, and she told me due to the smaller height of the players, the games have a faster tempo, a more intense manner of playing where they spread themselves to earn a point. And that's what Ty loves about PH volleyball. There's fire, there's passion, and she told me that her being overwhelmed due to her newness was cast out right away by the comfort of her team. Hopefully after the season, Ty Biaria wants to go to Palawan and enjoy unlimited pandesal. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Alexis, for that very insightful report about, I'm gonna go with her pronunciation, Ty Biaria, because nakausap niya si Ty. So let's go with that. Ty Biaria, nabanggit niya sa atin sa feature, she loves Cignal because very family-oriented, and she feels welcome in the Awesome Nation family.
Yeah, the Cignal squad has been together for quite a while, and we always hear about their, bonding time, their gelling. So it is family.
Mas masaya siguro to go to Palawan if you get the gold, no? Yun yung target ng Cignal HD Spikers.
Did I hear correctly? Go to Palawan for Anli Pandesal.
Anli Pandesal.
Well, it's 5 serving 4. Good start here by Akari in the third set.
May Anli Pandesal ba dun sa Palawan?
I have no idea. That's why I had to ask you, did I hear correctly?
Or baka magbabaon na lang siya. And nonetheless, Cignal up. Or we're tied at 5 apiece rather.
Well, Trisha Genesis obviously hoping to be an impact player coming in the third set, and so far so good.
Ravenna. Genesis goes for the attack. Cayuna. To Ty. Ooh. And that's the much-awaited spike from Prisilla Rivera.
Oh, you gotta have that point to Genesis for a great dig, great defense. So she's showing us, all-around player, Trisha Genesis.
Michelle Cobb back at the service line. Medyo bumagal yung pace ng onte here in this game, no? And because these teams are just neck and neck. Longer rallies we're having. Joust at the net. Cayuna goes to Ty. Cobb upset. Free ball given up to Cignal. Biaria. Rejected there. Cobb wants to go to Rivera, and why not?
But you can sense, every time Rivera gets a set, there's anticipation from the crowd.
You can feel, you can hear. And when she gets that point, the celebrations, you can definitely feel.
Good serve.
Cayuna goes to Layog, a bit short on that. Nabanggit din sa atin ni Alexis na Riri Meneses recovering from muscular fatigue, kaya sila Layog getting more playing time. But first, we get to this technical timeout. Akari Chargers. And Prisilla Rivera definitely activated here in set number 3. They're looking for her more often in this set for the Chargers.
Yeah, and she has been delivering, but you like also the entry of Trisha Genesis because it also adds another option when she's at the back.
Yeah. Troncoso, speaking of from the back, Chaya Troncoso getting her first point.
Yeah, that's also one player who has impressed a lot of fans throughout the year. You know, coming off the bench, starting and producing points.
In the 2022 Open Conference, a lot of playing time for Chaya Troncoso. Especially when some of their players, also when Cesc Molina went down with an injury in the Open Conference. It's double contact for Rich Pakaslang.
Yep. That was the right call.
And just like that, we are tied at 8-all.
I look at Coach Shaq giving Doria and Cayuna instructions. Obviously an option there.
Cobb sends it.
Ooh, good dig.
Good dig by Araneta. Chance ulit para sa Chargers. Cobb sends it to Raagas. It's a point for Cignal as you have a chance to send this to Alexis Tinsay.
What is Akari's advantage over every team? And Trisha Genesis answered to me that it is truly the mystery that they will root on today. Hindi nila alam paano kami maglalaro. Kahit kami hindi namin alam kung paano kami maglalaro until ilagay namin paan namin sa court. At ngayon, pwede sila magulat, pwede silang matuwa sa kung ano yung pinaghandaan namin. At ngayon, tingnan natin kung kaya nilang matalo ang Cignal.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. That's what we were mentioning a while ago, no? We're only gonna be able to answer the questions you had prior to this conference as we go along with their games. But so far, so good. Trisha Genesis already getting court time here.
I like that reply. You don't know? We don't know.
Who knows, diba?
Who knows?
But now you know, after.
Regiobank is de buurtzame bank.
Buurtzaam? Wat is dat?
We steunen buurtzame initiatieven als deze speeltuin, zodat hij in de buurt kan spelen. En met onze hypotheken helpen we dit gezin en deze ondernemer, zodat zij in de buurt kunnen blijven.
En je kunt je bankzaken natuurlijk digitaal doen.
Of je loopt even binnen bij een zelfstandig adviseur van Regiobank.
All here in set number 3. Jel Cayuna troops back to the service line. No team really gaining an advantage here in the third set.
Well, if you look at this rotation, it's clearly in favor of Cignal. It's a matter of them taking advantage.
But Raagas gets that point for Akari. 10 serving 9 now as Pakaslang will serve.
Boy, Raagas really proving, you know, that she deserves to play here in the PVL.
Right.
And starting in a team.
She's had some experience. Champion with Ateneo back in season 81. Played recently, we mentioned, for Blue Eagles.
But she would come off the bench, right? If I remember correctly. She'd come off the bench, she'd start a few games, but normally she just comes off the
parang
bench.
shuffling din. And she heads to the service line. They're up by a point here. Good serve. But Cignal makes something out of that. And Angeli Araneta will take the point.
I like the way Jel Cayuna kept that ball alive. Yeah, one-handed set. It looked like it was going to cross.
That's the freedom na sinasabi ni Alexis sa atin a while ago about Jel Cayuna. Genesis was checked there. This time they go opposite kay Ragas. Araneta gets that point. That's back-to-back for her.
Using her experience there. Teaching Genesis a few tricks there.
Hindi tayo nag-abot sa UAAP. Sige, dito sa PVL, I'll teach you.
Yeah.
Cobb tried to get that on the second touch. Oh, the dive by Rivera. Gotta applaud the effort there, but the attack of Ragas is short. Medyo nanginayang si Prisilla.
Siyempre, I mean, look at that effort.
You're telling me I dove for nothing? Timeout called by Coach Jorge De Brito as we listen in.
You don't need to give even two guys in front. Don't need to be perfect. Just a bit inside the 2 meters so you get ready to spike there. Okay? You get ready to spike there. You need to use, when you get a chance using A and B. Receive, you didn't use the quick. Now it's double block, double block, double block. It's hard. We cannot play like this, okay?
Dalawa lang yan.
It's over. Side out.
Go, dalawa lang yan.
Coach Jorge De Brito asking his team to vary their attacks because parating present yung double blockers ng Cignal. But now, we're gonna revisit the question posed at the start of the coverage over on Twitter. What are you expecting from the reinforcements of Cignal and Akari? Hashtag PVL Reinforced 2022. We're gonna take a look at your answers as Araneta keeps on scoring for the HC Spikers.
Keep going to her, and why not? She has been delivering.
At Volley Bestie says, perfect import si Mami Prisilla for Akari. Ibuhos niya lahat ng experience sa rookie team at pakakto for the years to come. Oh, totoo naman, no? Ramdam ko yung pakak na yun ni Priscilla Rivera. At Collier, and those numbers, magandang connection ni Maraginot at Rivera. Hashtag PVL 2022. So, a lot of fans we mentioned looking forward to Priscilla Rivera.
Yeah.
And really, they know that the veteran in her will have to act like a mother nga inside the team for Akari. Mami. At yung pakak, hindi ko makakalimutan yun. Troncoso! And Janela was so happy with that point. Had to bear hug Chai Troncoso.
No, but we did see that in the Open Conference and in the Invitational Conference.
Ayan na, may tatalon sa gilid.
Yan.
Service out for Cignal. Akari pretty much within striking distance.
Just two behind.
Ezra Madrigal, after a hot start to this game, has cooled down a bit. And also because hindi nga yung service ng Cignal medyo bumigat na rin. It's starting set number 2.
But you're right, no? The tempo of this set, or this match, has slowed down drastically.
They go back to Troncoso as we reach the second technical timeout. Cignal HC Spikers are up by 3 points here against the Akari Chargers for the second match of this Saturday doubleheader live at the Santa Rosa Sports Complex in Laguna. The opening day of the PVL 2022 Reinforced Conference. They got the memo. The fans bought their tickets and are present in the venue.
Yeah, they're here to support, and this is just the first day, the opening day of our Reinforced Conference. A lot more days. You gotta come and watch. It's really different if you come and watch live action.
Yeah.
But if you can't, there are a lot of different platforms.
Oh, you have One Sports Plus on Cignal Play as well, and Smart Giga Play. And on weekdays, we are live at One Sports as well. Chai Troncoso is unstoppable at the moment.
In the zone. What did you see her ball drop after it crossed the net? Look at this. I mean, they're decent defenders.
Yeah.
You gotta give it Agas, Ravenna, Genesis, but serve.
And she gets a service error. 3-point lead for the HT Spikers.
Both teams' offense has tapered a bit here. Not tapered a lot here.
Cayuna had to chase. Biaria gets it through. Second try for Cignal. Here comes Tai. Yes!
Hitting. It's smart hitting by Biaria.
Biaria, yes.
Biaria.
Asking the crowd to come alive. Trying to cheer them on. Cignal up by 4 points. Maris Layug serving. Good first ball by Ravenna. Here's Rivera.
She can produce those skills.
Yeah.
Same depth. Very deep angle in all parts of the court.
With the same power.
With the same power.
Good serve by Prisilla, and it's an ace. Back-to-back points for the Akari Chargers.
Yeah, she's targeting Iberia. I'm gonna get it. Biaria. I said Iberia. Biaria.
Oh, we have to hear it from herself. No, Tyler.
Yeah.
That's the only way. She gets a point. They're up by 3 points.
And again, when Cignal needs a point and they go to her, we saw it in the second set. And again, here in the third set, that's what you can build on. She's a young reinforcement, but she seems mature enough.
Right. Nabanggit mo nga, Tai Biaria has played in Finland and France. Gets the block there.
See? Keep talking. Keep talking about her. She's one of those on cue.
I was gonna say, she's played in Finland and France. Countries that start with letter F. Pwede na rin yung Philippines. Same sound naman. Timeout called by Coach Jorge De Brito.
That you are good to receive the ball. It's an A pass. A, got there. Okay. Let's go need the side out. That's all that you need. The receiver is already there. Okay.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
It's ours.
Let's go. Come on.
Let's go. Yes, let's go.
Okay. Don't be late.
Akari down by 4 points. Cignal just needing 5 points to secure this set 3 win.
And what you like about Cignal here in the third set, you can see everyone stepping up.
Yeah.
Neta, Troncoso, and Biaria.
Yeah.
That's a given.
Although in the first 2 sets nga, nabanggit natin that she wasn't getting a lot of those points yet.
Yeah. More of the first set.
Yeah.
Second set kind of woke her up.
Jen Kasugod enters the game for the first time para sa Akari. As you take a look at Mosey Ravenna, of course, of the Akari Chargers.
Yeah, team manager.
Tai Biaria showing some of her skills.
Some of her many skills, obviously.
Look at that. Changing things up.
Ooh.
And an ace, and you can see her celebrating.
See? Okay. Keep talking, keep talking. I told you, she's one of them.
She's very energetic, that's for sure. She's just so excited to play for Cignal.
Regiobank is de buurtzame bank.
Buurtzaam? Wat is dat?
We steunen buurtzame initiatieven als deze speeltuin, zodat hij in de buurt kan spelen. En met onze hypotheken helpen we dit gezin en deze ondernemer, zodat zij in de buurt kunnen blijven.
En je kunt je bankzaken natuurlijk digitaal doen.
Of je loopt even binnen bij een zelfstandig adviseur van Regiobank.
15 points on 12 attacks. A block and an ace.
Almost another one.
Cayuna goes to Troncoso, who has been hot in this game, in this set.
Again, everyone contributing for Cignal, and that's why Coach Shaq all smiles there at the bench.
Ty Biaria continues to serve. Better first ball for Rivera. Raagas sent back, but it went out.
Yeah, but still, you know, even if it went out, you got a hand at that. Good effort.
5 points ang inahabol ng Akari Chargers. Raagas serving.
Good serve.
Good first ball too. And then she gets it back. Ty Biaria from the back row.
What do you like also about her? She's not that flashy, you know, but she's so effective.
Just the right fundamentals for
Yeah.
Ty Biaria. Cignal now at set point. Maraginot goes to her sister, Jo Maraginot. Troncoso with a tip. Ragas with a dive.
Oh, good set.
Doria, upset, Araneta, yes! And Cignal HD takes set number 3.
This was a pretty set for Cignal. We have to give it to them. A different 6, but a great 6.
Take a look at this last sequence. Doria, the middle blocker, setting up Angeli Araneta. The bench showing up here in set number 3, helping the squad out as they take a 2-1 set lead. We'll return with set number 4 here on One Sports Plus. You're still with us on One Sports Plus for the continuing coverage of the PVL 2022 Reinforced Conference. Cignal HE Spikers dropped the opening set, but then bounced back in the next two. You take a look at the set 3 highlights. What did we see na ginawa ng Cignal na tama in that set, Lorene?
You know, they played Cignal's brand of volleyball, and the funny thing is, you know, they came from the bench, but then they showed us that Cignal team that we're so accustomed to watching. And you saw the different contributions, Araneta, Troncoso. You know, everybody contributing really to Cignal. That's why they look so good towards the end of that third set. But let's focus on Akari got to settle down. Settle down. You had a good first set. You're going to use a different 6, obviously, but they got to settle down. Look at the numbers. Wow, 19 to 11. Where'd that come from? 1 block apiece, 2 aces, opponent's error, 6 for Cignal, just 3 for Akari. But you can see the attacks, you know, they were out attacked by Cignal. So here in the 4th set, your mindset, we have to force a 5th. We have to win this 4th set.
Yeah.
And we've got to do it as a team.
When Coach Shaq de Los Santos turns to his bench, that's still the Cignal core that we know that have played in the past conferences. So, kabisado na nila yung sistema dito sa Cignal. Meanwhile, you mentioned for Akari, still a lot of learnings and adjustments to be made. Sabi mo nga, yung starting lineup can change throughout the conference because they're gonna figure out yung mix and match ng kupunan na to. But Ty Biarria on the other end, medyo nagiging komportable na, more familiar with her team.
Yeah, we saw that. I mean, it started in the 2nd set, and in the 3rd set, she kind of erupted there.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody followed suit. So it was a great set for her and for Cignal. But again, Akari, win set number 4.
Great.
Goal. Win set number 5. No, we're just saying that they need to win this to force a 5th.
And what a way to open up if we get into a 5th set on opening day, diba?
In Santa Rosa.
Dip Dipiaco, Naringo, Alexis Tinsay calling this match on a Saturday night. Rejection for Akari there to get their first point.
Oh, that's a great way, you know, to stop a very hot Rivera.
Oh, she was denied there. Talking about Ty Biarria.
Biarria. I'll get it.
Cayuna, upset, Troncoso. Jaja, Turaagas, denied.
Back at ya.
Check this out once again.
Tip for that, really.
She's enjoying the game.
She is. You can see. I mean, after the 2nd set, you can feel she's more comfortable in the scene here. Ooh.
Service ace from Jel Cayuna. One of the better servers for Cignal, if not the best. She showed that to us in the Open Conference this year.
Well, guys got to be careful. You know, they got to defend.
Rivera. General upset to Araneta. That's off the block. Point for Cignal and a chance for us to send this to Alexis Tinsay. Alexis?
Right on time. Pangatlong season na ito ng PBL. 2 bronze na ang nakamit. Siguro naman panahon na para maka-silver or gold. Ika nga ni Angeli Araneta. Tinanong ko si Angeli, ano pa bang pwedeng mahulma? Given na lagi kayo napapasok sa top 4. At sinabi niya sa akin, given all challenges that Cignal has faced health-wise, it's their priority to boost their health, not just their performance. And in facing these hurdles, in talking about reinforcements, Angeli is excited about the players, but reminds the team that their reinforcement serves as support, and they should support her as well with the same amount of impact and commitment. By the end of the day, it's all about teamwork, commitment, and awesomeness. Let's go back to the panel.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. Well, reality is, yun na nga, may mga ganyang challenges we mentioned, or Alexis mentioned, the hurdles that they had to go through last conference, yung COVID protocols, of course, health and safety, injuries are all part of it, part of the game. But the journey for them, their goal is to be healthier para makakompete sila and hopefully get a better finish.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's everyone's journey, everyone's story really is who wants to get injured.
Yeah.
But this is your life. Volleyball is life, really.
Maraginot serving for Akari. That was Joanna Maraginot. Cayuna goes to Ty, sends it easily. Ragas. Off speed works.
That's smart, really. Off speed. You know, just in the heart, at the center of Cignal's defense.
Oh, that is outside for Joe Maraginot. 5 serving 3 now for Cignal.
You know, that's one player who has also a story behind her career, but now that she's with Akari, you're hoping she'll get her game back, you know, and she'll be more comfortable with in her new home.
Right. Another player that actually came from Balipure, no? We mentioned a while ago sila Kasugod, Janine Marciano, Baroga, even Joanna Maraginot.
They've been around again, you know. We're hoping that they're, you know, they're comfortable with Akari.
Araneta. Easy pickup for Makaslang. Janela. Goes back row. Jaja upset. Cayuna sends it to Troncoso for the cross-court kill.
Wow! Boy, she's already, you know, when she came off the bench, and then she started, and everyone's saying that, boy, have you seen Troncoso? She's improved a lot. Boy, she's arrived. She hasn't just improved, she has arrived.
She is very much present. At ramdam natin yan when she entered the game for Cignal. Jaja backsets to Raagas. Does not work. Outside there. Cignal up by 3 points.
Yeah, trying to go for a similar angle at the opposite end.
Doria with 10 points, 8 attacks, and 2 blocks.
Good serve.
Nobody there to attack for Akari.
Skill there.
As we reach the first technical timeout, we'll be back here on One Sports Plus. Back inside the Santa Rosa Sports Complex in Laguna. Cignal up by 4 points against the Akari Chargers. Now, we've been talking about how they started off slow, but then was able to adjust starting set number 2. And now, they're up by 4 points.
Yeah. And also to add to the woes of Akari, Cignal's playing well, and you're having all these miscues, which is, again, understandable, no, because they're a new team. But at this level of play, you also want to minimize that.
Yeah. Yung last play before the technical timeout, diba? Miscue, Troncoso.
On cue.
Regiobank is de buurtzame bank.
Buurtzaam? Wat is dat?
We steunen buurtzame initiatieven als deze speeltuin, zodat hij in de buurt kan spelen. En met onze hypotheken helpen we dit gezin en deze ondernemer, zodat zij in de buurt kunnen blijven.
En je kunt je bankzaken natuurlijk digitaal doen.
Of je loopt even binnen bij een zelfstandig adviseur van Regiobank.
And net touch pa yan para sa Akari. I mean, the starters, some of the starters for Cignal, like their captain, Rachel Andakis, and Jackie Acuna, hasn't seen action in a while now, no, because the bench players coming out alive.
Short of saying no need, it's your time to rest because, again, a lot of the reports, no worries about injuries.
What a dig para kay Doria. Lakas ng palo na yun, nakuha pa niya, but outside for Araneta.
You know, for Doria to be digging Rivera, I mean, middle blocker digging, that's a good sign for Cignal.
And you know that there's just something when a middle blocker gets those digs, diba? Kasi you don't see that often.
Yeah.
Michelle Cobb re-enters the game. 5 serving 9. Good serve for Cobb.
Boy, what a substitution. coming off the bench. Instant offense for the setter.
Definitely has warmed up despite coming off the bench for quite a while. This time a better receive. Araneta goes up. That's wide. And it's a point for Akari.
Well, you know, because Cobb has been serving well, really putting pressure on the first pass of Cignal, and that's why they're having trouble in converting to offense.
2 straight points for Akari
Yeah.
since Michelle Cobb's entry.
Another one.
Rivera puts it away.
Oh, that should pump her up, right? She's been a bit quiet here.
Dami pang baon yan, Prisilla Rivera.
Yeah.
Needs more of those to help Akari get this set number 4. Another one. And timeout called by Coach Shaq de los Santos.
Para makabakro siya, no? Tapos atake tayo sa harap, ha?
Short timeouts for Coach Shaq de los Santos. Just trying to regroup the Cignal HG Spikers. And you can definitely feel the effect of the service itong si Michelle Cobb.
And she's been serving consistently.
And gets the dig there. Ravenna sends it over. Cayuna, back set to Araneta. Cobb with steady defense. Rivera. Villarreal goes up. Maraguinot was there for the pickup. Paroga. Off speed. The dive by Jonella. Troncoso puts it away.
Boy, I've seen this movie with Troncoso as a starring role. I mean, she's been huge here, adding to that just 1 point lead. But what about Cobb? Good serving, good digging.
We've seen that from her since her college days. Prisilla gets the point.
I told you, that free gift, that kill should pump her up. Because that's what they need. You know, even for the fans, for the teammates, they need that emotion from Rivera.
They're down by 1 point. But Troncoso definitely getting a lot of touches. And she is showing us why.
And rightfully so.
Just waiting to be unleashed from the bench a while ago. It was si Chai Troncoso.
Ooh, good serve.
Cobb to Maraguinot. Kept alive by Cignal. General sends it. Cobb this time to Kasugod for the quick.
I think that's her first point of the conference. Talking about Jen Kasugod. We see a lot of potential for Akari. Just have to know how to activate.
Yeah. Also a veteran for this Akari squad. Villarreal will send it over. Cobb targets Maraguinot. Janela was there. Second try, makaslang. Hindi uubrayan kay Jack. And Villarreal gets the point.
You see, off speed, really she took something off of that. And that took Michelle Cobb out of her timing.
Napansin ni Tay na hirap makapuntos kay Michelle Cobb. So iniba niya yung atake niya that time around.
Right, and you see the difference.
Yeah. Maris Layog now serving 12-10. Over received.
Yeah, back row center.
3-point game here. On the verge of tying things up, but Akari giving away back-to-back points. Layug continues to serve.
Good serve.
Cobb tosses it to Joanna Maraginot. That's another point for Cignal. Dangerous time here for Akari if Cignal continues to pull away. Timeout called by Akari here as we listen in.
You had a chance. Use. They have to. Okay. Let's share this responsibility. The ball now is there. Before you're playing without receive, receive is there.
Yes.
Have to use. So in the end, you have the guys here to play. Okay. Let's go for that.
You like the aura of Coach Jorge De Brito there, still calm, composed no, despite being down by 4. And the players recognize what they need to do.
He's calm when they're in the huddle, but when he's like directing when they're on court, right? That's when he's animated.
That's true. Rinig natin eh, no, when he's instructing on the sidelines. Ooh, unable to get something out of that timeout. They're struggling at this point of the set.
You see the reaction of Ty giving that muscle power.
Flex.
Yeah.
5-point game. Layug will serve.
Oh, another good one.
Cobb to Baroga. Cayuna sends it to Biaria. Blocked. And Baroga points to that spot where the ball landed. Gaira Baroga hoping to spark her team here.
Yeah, that's a good stop. That's a good block.
11 serving 15. Also another player that came out of the DLSU program, although didn't see a lot of action back in college. That is wide para kay Chai Troncoso.
Boy, well, if you're Cignal, you want to check your errors.
Yeah, 2 straight points for Akari. To go along with 5 excellent digs, Gaira Baroga continues to serve. Free ball. Cobb to Maraginot. Ooh, Beria and Araneta looked at each other and decided neither of them would get the ball.
Well, 3 straight. 3 straight. I mean, yeah, you'll see that a little bit of miscue, but as they get to know and get familiarized with each other, you have to get corrected.
Baroga doing a good job there at the back. Did you say something, Noreen?
Did you say good job? Did I hear you say good job?
We reached the second technical timeout. Cignal up by 3 points. Buzzer sounds, you hear the chants of the Cignal faithful cheering on Ty Biaria and the rest of the ladies. Meanwhile, the Akari Chargers putting up a fight here. It's down by 3 points.
Yeah.
And we've seen them score a couple straight, so pretty much in this game.
Yeah, you see the potential, so much potential. It's just, getting them to play well all at the same time, which is easier said than done, really.
Jaja sends it to Raagas. That is long. They're asking for a touch.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like the refs are gonna change the call.
4-point lead here. Cayuna to serve.
Oh, great serve.
Rivera upset. Raagas easy over. Here comes Cayuna. Gives it to Biarria. And down it goes for Ty Biarria.
Well, great try, great effort there by Danny Ravenna. I hope you can see this. Look what happened.
From just 3 points down, Akari is behind by 5 points now, which prompts Coach Jorge to call for.
Regiobank is de buurtzame bank.
Buurtzaam? Wat is dat?
We steunen buurtzame initiatieven als deze speeltuin, zodat hij in de buurt kan spelen. En met onze hypotheken helpen we dit gezin en deze ondernemer, zodat zij in de buurt kunnen blijven.
En je kunt je bankzaken natuurlijk digitaal doen.
Of je loopt even binnen bij een zelfstandig adviseur van Regiobank.
Call for time.
Now they wake up.
Look.
Look.
Yes.
Hey. Keep them close. You see. Keep them close.
Hey, guys! Isa!
I think what I heard from that timeout is they need to wake up now in set number 4, talking about the Akari Chargers.
They do, because if they lose this, then that's it.
Yeah.
So they're down by 5. This is the time to actually chase.
Rivera from the back row. General with a steady pickup. Araneta. That's good. 6 points now. Abante and Cignal.
Now that angle is just enough for Araneta to get that point.
Jel Cayuna will serve 19-13. Short. 3-point given to Akari. But if they want to extend this to a 5th set, now is the right time to pounce.
Well, you're 5 behind and you have Prisilla Rivera in front. Maybe it's time to make her take over and try to, win this.
Good dig by Maraginot.
Ooh.
That is short, or was that sent back? Nonetheless, a point for Cignal. HT Spikers just 5 points away from winning this match. Jaja goes to Makaslang. Jel sends it to Chai. And that's another point for the HT Spikers. Akari in disarray. Check this out once again. Troncoso able to get it through. And a huge 7-point lead for Cignal. Good effort for Cignal, but not enough.
Yeah.
We will see Jen Kasugod and Trisha Genesis enter the game. Serving 21. Let's see if this sub will work to Coach Jorge's favor. Cayuna to Doria. Maraginot was there. Jaja to Prisilla.
Still alive.
Araneta winds up off the block and she scores.
Silent operator. I mean, Araneta, you know, it's just so effective. Hey.
Look who checks in for Cignal, a newcomer. Joy Dacoron recently played for the Cheritigo Crossovers. Crossing over
To Cignal.
Comfortable lead here at 7 points for the HG Spikers. Raagas not able to cut it down. 8 points and 2 points away from winning the match.
Well, you know, really, I'm looking at the bench and you like what you see. You know, the leaders and Dakis and Dakis.
Says Molina also.
Sorry. Dakis, says Molina, just cheering their teammates on. And, you know, it's a welcome thing that they're resting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge for them.
Yun yung priority nila, di ba? Yung health, yung recovery. Cignal at match point. Doria to serve. 24-15.
Ooh, great serve.
Jaja to Prisilla. Good dig by Tai Biaria. Chance ball given up. Can Akari do something here? Rivera gets that one. Gets me.
Gets you.
On the head. But I'm fine.
Boy, you're a target.
Gusto ko yun.
That's the second time.
Na-feel ko na. From men's volleyball, kailangan pati women's maramdaman natin.
Ano?
Medyo malakas
May
yun.
difference. And that's Prisilla Rivera.
Yeah. 8-point game here. Ooh. And Akari with a service error. That means Cignal HD Spikers will take this game 25-16 in set number 4 for their first win in the reinforced conference.
Yeah, I mean, you like what you see really from Cignal here, using their bench but still winning.
Spoiling the debut of the new team, the Akari Chargers. But nonetheless, gave us a good fight. We'll be back to wrap this one up here on One Sports Plus. Welcome back to our coverage on One Sports Plus. The Cignal HG Spikers win this one in 4 sets. Happiness Cignal indeed, the awesome nation, proving to be the better squad in tonight's matchup against the newcomers, the Akari Chargers. And we saw those numbers, the scores, and what happened as we revisit the highlights in set number 4. Looks like Cignal stayed composed. Alam na nila sino pupuntahan in set number 4. But I think the biggest factor really was when the bench helped out itong HG Spikers.
Exactly. They really played with so much teamwork, you know, that they got that from the second, the third, and the fourth set, really. And what's big is, you did mention, from the bench, but then they played well and they got this match.
Right, first win off the bat for the Cignal HG Spikers. Akari will drop down to 0 and 1. These are the numbers in set number 4.
You know, there's one thing I just want to mention because Akari has got to learn. They're a young team. They have the tendency to commit errors. But those are the sets that they lost when they have more errors. And you're talking about 9 as compared to 5. These are the things they have to correct, you know, going into their future matches.
Yeah, we're going to give them some time, of course, to adjust. They're a new team, a new squad filled with young players. But future is bright for this team. And now we have a chance to send this to Alexis Tinsay, who is with our best player of the game.
Welcome back to the opening day of the PVL Reinforced Conference 2022, and here with me is Welcome back to the opening day of the PVL Reinforced Conference 2022, and here with me is player of the game, Cignal HD spiker setter, Jel Cayuna with 5 points, 23 excellent sets, and 4 service aces. Congratulations, Jel.
Thank you so much po.
Ayan. And Jel, how does it feel na napanalunan niyo yung unang game ng season? And syempre, what does that say about your pro experience? What does that say about your preparations?
Ayun po, unang-una sa lahat, sobrang saya po namin kasi naipakita na namin yung mga pinaghirapan namin last month. And yun, itong first game na to, sobrang dami namin matutunan at tatrabahuin namin to para sa mga next game namin.
Yes, talaga namang on to the next games and on to the next wins. And secondly, sa first set, nasa kalaban yung momentum. Paano nyo na-turn yung tables at napunta sa inyo for the next 3 sets, ma-dominate nyo ito?
Sir, siguro po kanina, nung nag-huddle kami, sinabi ni Coach na hindi daw kami nag-e-enjoy. So, kami naman nag-usap kami na, yun nga, every puntos na kailangan namin i-celebrate para maboost yung moral ng bawat isa. And, yun lang, tuloy-tuloy yung ginagawa namin and yung communication ng bawat isa. Ikakaroon naman nung second to fourth set.
Talaga namang na-embody niyo yung Cignal is happiness. Ayan. May gusto ka bang batiin, Jel?
Syempre meron. Hello po sa Cayuna family, kay Jingay, and sa kuya ko sa Osami City. Hello po.
Ayan, congratulations, Jel, and to the rest of the Cignal HD Spikers. More action-packed volleyball on Tuesday in the Phil Sports Arena. Let's go back to the panel.
Thank you, Alexis Tinsay. And there you have it, the best player of the game, Jel Cayuna, delivering the goods para sa Cignal HD. Our games on Tuesday will happen at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. F2 Logistics will be back here in the PVL to face the Cherry Tigo crossovers